Training Studio here in Amarillo. So it's the end of the day, so this may not apply to today, but wanted to give you some food for thought for tomorrow, especially since it's Friday. We tend to kind of drift off on Fridays sometimes, especially if you've got an office job, those kinds of things. So giving you some tips today on how to not lose your mental focus during work. Sometimes you feel like you're busy, but you're not really being productive and you can't quite figure out why. And so there's several things that we could look at. Number one, obviously, if you hadn't had enough sleep the night before, that's going to affect you. And so sometimes people can take like a little cat nap out in their car during a break or drive home for lunch and be able to take a quick nap. And that's great, but not everybody has that opportunity. It's not always safe, those kinds of things. So instead, let's think about some other things that we can do. So some other things that we can do to raise our mentality and our focus is to, number one, drink your water. When you're dehydrated, you start to lose your mental focus abilities and your comprehension abilities. And so that comes with as little as 2% fluid loss. So the lowest that our body should be hydrated is about 50% during the day. And if they get down to 49%, 48% of hydration levels, then you start to lose your mental focus and your mental cognition. So we want to be able to boost that up. Go ahead and drink your water. If you haven't had food in a while, maybe you skipped you skipped your lunch and you're trying to make it either to the end of the day or to a late lunch, and maybe you just haven't eaten enough. So go ahead and try some protein mixed in with some veggies if you can, and that will help to boost your energy as well as your mental focus there. So what if you drink your water and you've eaten your food and it's just not enough? Well, if you're a screen person and you're on a computer all day long, that's part of the problem too. If you get the opportunity to take a break, go outside, get some sunshine, some fresh air. Today was obviously not the perfect day for that. It was rainy and everything, but there's some places that you could go to go walking. Even if there's a stairwell in your building, go walk the stairwell or go do some laps around a floor or whatever you can do. Just get up and move. And if you can get out of your office away from the computer for a few minutes, that can help too. So it can be as little as 5 minutes. If you can get 15, that would be great. But if not, at least take 5 minutes. If it's a walk to the bathroom and back, pretend like you forgot your phone in there and go back again and get a couple of laps in there going to the bathroom and back. Whatever you need to do to make sure that you are getting up, getting the blood flowing, and getting away from those screens. Those screens really wear us down. We don't really think about it much, but if you consider the fact that, let's say at home you say, well, I'm going to sit down for just a second and pay this bill, and 2 hours later your time's been sucked away and you've been busy on the computer, but it kind of sucked you in. Maybe you got on Facebook on your phone and you started scrolling through and the time just passed. So screens really kind of suck away the life out of us, and so we want to be able to step away from them sometimes and get our mental focus back, get our energy back, and reset our body's energy. So, okay, talking about exercise, talking about getting outside, going for a walk. Maybe we can't go outside. Maybe it is pouring rain. Maybe we're not allowed to leave our desk area or our office. So I wanted to show you some exercises that can be done in a smaller office. Obviously your office may be different size, your cubicle may be different size than what we've got here, but you've got some area to kind of tweak, adjust, modify, and make it work for you. So just some ideas that you can do. Number one, you could walk in place. You could run in place. You could get some heel kicks where you're pulling that heel all the way up, running in place. You could do some squats, freestanding, just sit and stand type of things here. And you could do some easy overhead reaches. You don't even have to weights. It's not about building muscle here. It's about movement. So reaching up, pulling down, really breathing with it, tensing muscles as you go. So where we're reaching, if we're just reaching here, we're not going to feel it the same as if we tense through the muscle and pretend like you're pushing something overhead. Really get those muscles to actually activate. Again, you could use weights if you had them, but you don't have to. It's more about mobility and getting up and moving, getting the blood flowing again. So those are all options. You could obviously do some lunges, some jumping in place, those kinds of things. One of my favorite things that people don't really think about is using what you have. So let's say that you had a table like this or a windowsill or a desk or something like that, and you could easily prop yourself on there and do some push-ups here. After you're done with your push-ups, you could easily pull in some knees and do some mountain climbers elevated while you're activating the core. So really awesome work there. Maybe the squats aren't too comfortable for you, but you can sit and stand out of a chair, so we could do that. We could sit and we could stand, and maybe you'd rather get a little bit more of a workout in. So maybe the sit and stand isn't enough, and maybe the squats aren't enough. So instead we come to a single leg sit and stand, where we have one leg lifted. You'll see my leg lifted here. And we stand up on one leg, and we sit right back down. So by doing that, you're going to get a little bit more work through that quad, through the glute, through through the hamstring and activate some more muscles. So, some things to remember whenever you're trying to rekindle your focus during the workday. Is that you want to drink your water. Make sure you've eaten probably in the last 3 hours, and if you're still feeling foggy, you might try eating a little bit more. And make sure that when you do eat that you're getting your protein and your vegetable together. And then after that, get some movement, get some fresh air, exercise, move up and down, get out of the office if you can, and like I say, just walk up and down the halls, up and down the stairs, whatever you can do to get moving is the key. So if you'd like more tips and tricks, feel free to give us a call for a consult, 806-322-3188. We would be happy to talk with you about how we can customize a plan for you for wherever you happen to be working out at. So whenever we customize nutrition, we make it around you and your current lifestyle. When we customize exercise, our lifestyle changes day to day. So we may write you a program to do here with us at the studio. We may have a different program that you can do at the office or on your vacations in the hotel. A lot of people travel for work and stuff, so we've got to have programs that can travel with you. Or maybe it's a workout you can do just at home. All of them 45 minutes or less, little to no equipment, things that are going to be efficient, effective, and get you results the first time around. So we would love to help you with that. If you're interested, give us a call today. We'll talk to you soon.